this series of MSME webinars. Speaking and Yes Bank are very pleased to welcome you to another exclusive session with Sampak Sachdeva on how to use LinkedIn to your advantage. Yes Bank is a full service commercial bank providing a commercial range of products, services, and technology driven digital offerings, catering to retail, MSME, as well as corporate clients. It's my pleasure to welcome Vinny today. Vinny is Vice President at Yes Bank and is leading business, small enterprises, and digital banking marketing. He has a decade of experience in various facets of marketing, including social and digital, customer lifestyle management, and technology led sales enablement. Uh, it's a pleasure to have you, Vinny. I-
Thank you. Thank you so much, Nijansh. A very warm welcome to you, and thank you for spending your time with us today. I'm Vinny, and Yes Bank, with its innovative solutions and slew of digital and technology platforms, is continuously trying to empower our customers, including MSMEs, the backbone of our Indian economy. We are also enabling customers with Zimmedari Se Pyari through our innovations like loan in seconds, instant OD, WhatsApp banking, as well as enhancing our product propositions. In addition to this, Yes Bank is ready to spark the cheer and happiness of this festive season amongst its customers and stakeholders through Khushiyon Se Kare Zimmedari Ki Tayari, under which we are offering various offers on our products to our esteemed customers. So LinkedIn is currently one of the most favorite platforms of professional connect today. It gives you the ability to showcase your profile, expertise, recommendations, connections, as well as market your products at the same time, and it demonstrates some sort of a credibility in of your company or of your own amongst the industry. But it is not an easy task to stand out in a pool of around 575 million users, and from maintaining personal brand, grabbing the next job, or professional advertising. Today, we want you to learn how you can use LinkedIn to your advantage with our esteemed speaker, Mr. Sampak Sachdeva. Mr. Sachdeva is the founder and chief coach of Sampark Se Sampark and has conducted multiple sessions on creating personal brand on LinkedIn, sales and marketing for SMEs, and more. He's the winner of the LinkedIn Spotlight 2019 and in the exclusive list of top 14 content creators on LinkedIn with the most engaging and viewed content. He's extremely passionate about networking, writing, content creation, and with over 25 million post views and 250,000 likes, comments here on LinkedIn. A very warm welcome to you, Sampark, and over to you.
Thank you, Vinny. Thank you so much. Thank you, Nijansh. Uh, and thank you to everyone who's joined in this afternoon. So we'll jump straight in. I'll not waste any time because the time is limited and I would love to cover as much as possible for everybody who's joined in. Thank you for making it here. Just let me present my screen up. Yeah, just a second. So thank you everyone for joining in. Over the next 45 minutes, I'll try to take you through what LinkedIn can help you with. If you have any questions, throw them in the Q&A tab. We will pick up questions towards the end. I would be happy to answer and clear all your doubts regarding LinkedIn. So let's jump right in into LinkedIn. Now, what all are the things that we are going to cover today? One, why is personal branding important? Okay, and where does LinkedIn become important in that whole personal branding journey? Third, how do you build a LinkedIn profile? What is important, what is not? Just having a profile is not as important as having a very good profile there. What's the success mantra of LinkedIn? Then there are two kinds of strategies that you can use to get traction out of LinkedIn. One is your push strategy, which is about networking, connecting with a lot of people. The second is the pull strategy, where you start getting content, creating content to be able to get organic traffic onto your profile. Then what are the do's and don'ts of LinkedIn? And then we will slightly touch on company pages, how you can use a company page on a LinkedIn platform as well. Just a disclaimer, 1 hour is very, very difficult to put in as much, but I'll try my best to give as much of an understanding of LinkedIn as possible. Okay. Who is Sampark? While Vinny has been very kind enough to give an introduction, I'll take you through a small brief of who I am. I come with a decade of experience. I started working with Asian Paints. I was with Ola for 3 years post that. Last 2 years, I was with Oyo. I was rated as one of the top 100 marketing and sales professionals in the country last year in a study by Oracle. That was my professional journey. LinkedIn for me has been a passion journey that I've been running for the last 5 years now. I was winner of the LinkedIn Spotlight, as Vinny mentioned. Have close to 74,000 organic followers on the platform, and over the last few years have done over 75 speaking engagements, over 6,000, 7,000 people trained across the country and the world. I've done sessions on LinkedIn across the top colleges and top associations across. Okay, so that's my LinkedIn journey. That's the credibility that I bring, and to share what I know of the platform, what I have learned in over 4 years on the platform. Why can't I see the chat box? Yeah. So any questions, you can keep putting it in the Q&A tab. Would be happy to take up all the questions at the end. First things first, why is personal branding important? Okay, now a lot of people have a mix of, while what is LinkedIn se kya ho sakta hai, kya nahi ho sakta, a lot of these things, but the whole thing about LinkedIn is about personal brand. Now, what is personal brand and why is it important? Who are you? A lot of people recognize you. So do people recognize of you because of who you are as an individual, or do they recognize you because of the designation that you hold? So if you are an owner of an organization, or if you're a manager at an organization, do people come to you because of the chair that you're sitting on, or do people come to you because you are Aditya, because you are Akash, because you are Alka, etc.? That is where the importance comes in. And end of the day, it is very, very important that you build a brand for yourself as an individual, because the only thing which will go with you is your name. That is where personal branding becomes important. Now, where does LinkedIn become important in this whole personal branding journey? Okay, now if I would ask a lot of people, what is LinkedIn and why is LinkedIn important? Okay, a lot of people will say LinkedIn is a job search platform. Okay, then if I ask a lot of other people, people will say LinkedIn is a sales platform. If you ask me, I say it is neither a job search platform, it is neither a sales platform. LinkedIn is a relationship building platform. LinkedIn is a personal branding platform. LinkedIn is a networking platform. If you do these three things well, if you build your brand well, if you build your relationships well, if you build your network well, you will get your jobs. If you build these three things well, you will get your sales. The point is, and the mistake a lot of people make is coming to LinkedIn when they are in trouble. When they need sales, they come to LinkedIn. When they need a job, they come to LinkedIn. The problem is, do not come to LinkedIn when you are in trouble. You need to come to LinkedIn when your plan is working well, so that God forbid, and COVID has proven this so importantly, that before your plan A fails, your plan B should be ready. Okay, so it does not matter which industry you come from. It does not matter, are you a small enterprise, are you a freelancer, are you a corporate professional, are you a student, or are you a 50-year-old CEO of an organization? Irrespective of who you are, LinkedIn is a platform that you should be on. Now, a little more things there. While Vinny mentioned the figure, the updated number is over 700 million people on LinkedIn worldwide, over 70 million people in India. Post-COVID, everything is virtual. So every potential recruiter is there, every potential business partner is there, every potential client is there. There is no more geographical boundaries. All of you are sitting across the world. I am sitting out of Bombay, yet we are being able to interact with each other because the whole world is now virtual. Over the lockdown, over 70 sessions that I have done, I have been able to reach people across the world sitting right here on this very chair. That is the power of the whole virtual thing, and that is the power of LinkedIn. Just my clients that I work with around LinkedIn have generated over 2 crores of business over the last 4-5 months just out of this platform. That is where LinkedIn becomes important. Okay, now building your profile on LinkedIn. Now, a lot of you will say, Sampark, we already have a profile. But understand, having a profile is not enough. having a good profile is important. And why is that important? Because your profile is like your personal website. Okay, now you have the website, but then you also need to create content to get traffic to that website. If you do not build this website well, you will pull traffic, but the conversion will not happen. So people will come to your profile, but they will not reach out to you. So you will not get those sales, you will not get those jobs, etc., that you're looking for. Hence the profile becomes important. Along with the profile, the content becomes important, because otherwise you'll be sitting with a beautiful website with no traffic at all. So have a good profile, and also start producing content on it, so that traffic comes and you start generating your sales out of it. Now, what is important on the profile? So the first part, I will go fast through it. I'm sorry, I'll have to go fast because there's a lot to cover. I've explained why building the profile is important. The first thing that is your first impression is your profile picture. Now, please understand, you should have a profile picture which is professional, well lit, bright, not cropped, not low resolution, not in a casual environment. Now, that does not go to a photographer to get a photograph. Stand against a plain wall and ask somebody to click a photograph on a smartphone. It is as simple as that. Because it is social media, people are apprehensive. People have a lot of doubts. Is this guy fake? Is this true? Hence, a photograph, a well-lit photograph is very, very important. Okay. Uh, Now let's look at a few examples of profile photographs. Now look at the two layers. The ones on the top are the not so correct photographs. You've put a sideways photograph, your hair is coming on your face, it is zoomed out, you put it in a very casual environment. And look at the ones at the bottom. Well lit, bright, frontal photographs. You at least recognize whom you're talking to. Everybody wants to know whom they're talking to. Hence, your profile picture on your LinkedIn is very, very important. Okay. Now coming to the next part. Let's ask a few people to go on the chat box. If can I open it? Yeah. Yeah. Now coming to what is the most important part of the LinkedIn profile. Okay. It is visible when you send a post. It is visible when you send an invite. It is visible when somebody does a Google search. It is visible when you pop up in a LinkedIn search, etc. There are three things which are visible to anybody and everybody without coming to your profile. One is your name, about which you can't do too much about. Second is your photograph, about which you can Photoshop yourself to a limit. The third thing, which is your make or your break, which is your thumbnail, which is your clickbait, which is about attracting traffic to your profile, is your LinkedIn headline. Your LinkedIn headline has to be very, very specific. It cannot be the way it is on the right. Looking for job, fresher at fresher. It shouldn't be this way. Your LinkedIn headline in isolation should tell what you are doing, who are you, what you do. LinkedIn headline is just below your name on your profile. Okay, never leave it blank, because somebody, suppose I am a person who's looking for digital marketing people and I search for digital marketing, 10 names will pop up. Basis the photograph, the name and the headline, I will decide, do I want to click on the person's profile or not. Now, as I said, the other two you can't do too much about. Your headline is very, very specific. Your headline will attract traffic. Okay, so it should be very clear from your headline what you do. So if you're a business owner, so let's look at a few examples. Okay, if you're a, now look at the first one. The person says web developer. What is a web developer? Is it somebody who makes software? Is it somebody who makes apps? Is that somebody who makes websites? You don't know. It's not clear. Okay. The second one is co-founder at Milkshake. Now, what is it about? Is it about email? Is it about Milkshake? Is it about what is it about? And look at the ones on the right. The right is the way it should be. So the top one on the right, you see co-founder at Olio. At Olio, we are helping companies use AI to manage their employee health and safety. It is so clear. You realize that he's owner of the organization, which is called Olio. You realize that Olio is into artificial intelligence, and you realize Olio is into employee health and safety. So if you are looking for somebody in that genre and this name pops up, you know you want to click on this. Now, if you look at the second one, it says business strategy, growth consulting, sales implementation, IIM Calcutta. Reading this, you at least realize what the individual is doing. You realize that this person is into sales, growth, business, etc. The third one says software developer, full stack developer, Python, etc. So if you're looking for somebody very, very specific, this is the guy that you will click. So don't keep your headline vague. Don't use words like thinker, doer, explorer, senior entrepreneur. Don't do that. Make it very specific. So if you're a company owner at XYZ Group, garments, fashion, textile, owner at XYZ consultancy, marketing, sales, digital marketing. So somebody who sees it knows what you are doing. Your industry, your skills, they should be very, very explicitly be mentioned in your headline. Okay. Now what has happened is, with a beautiful headline, you've attracted traffic to the profile. Okay. So once people have got to the profile, what is the first thing that the person sees? And the first thing the person sees is the most ignored part of the LinkedIn profile. Now, yes, you will say, Sampark, every part of the profile that you reach, you're saying this is important, this is important, this is important. Yes, it is important. Why? Because unlike Instagram has only two parts, your photograph and your bio. LinkedIn has over 15 elements to fill up. Every element has a different purpose to solve. Every element is important. So no matter what I tell you, whichever part I will talk about, I will say each part is important. So it's very, very important that you fill up all of them. Now coming to the most ignored part of the profile, 80% of LinkedIn users don't even realize it. And that is your cover picture. Behind your photograph, there is a long strip there. 80% people do not even know how to change it. Now look at the options that are there. You can use apps like Canva. If you have a designer, if you know how to use Corel, please use that to customize it to yourself. You can make a collage of your companies or the skills or the products that you have. You can make a collage of your photograph, but whatever you put up should add weightage to you, should talk about you, should showcase personality elements about you. Now I'll give you an example. Okay. Now look at these two here. When you read these, you realize what the person is doing. The lady at the top, you realize that the lady is into something into fintech. The gentleman at the bottom, you realize that he's a coach, he's a mentor, he's an author, etc. Okay. Two more examples. You realize that the lady is into dietitian, nutrition, etc. So it is not vague. It is very, very specific of what the individual does. Now let's look at a few examples where it is very, very vague. Now look at the gentleman on the top. He's into sports marketing, but his cover picture has a photograph of a dog. There is no connection, right? If you look at this, the gentleman is into growth marketing. His photograph at the top is a skyline of a city which says HSBC, which is not even the bank that he is working for. That's how it works. Okay. Now, so be very, very specific in the kind of cover pictures that you put up. Right. Now coming to the about section. Okay. So you've made a beautiful headline. You've put a beautiful cover picture. Then you come to the about section. About section has to be very well written. It has to have a lot of details. It has to have your personality. So if you're a business owner, what business are you doing? What were you doing earlier? Why are you doing that business? Why did you decide that you want to? So your story should be there. And what do you want to do ahead also? Okay. Please do not write your about section in third person. A lot of people write the about section in third person. It's your individual profile. It should always be in first person. Okay. Do not write bulky paragraphs. Length is not a problem. A lot of people come back and say, Sampark, should we write a long about section? There is no problem in writing a long about section. It should be long, but it should be broken up into smaller paragraphs. It should be put up into bullet points. It is very, very important that you space it out well. Talk about your achievements, talk about your accomplishments, use up the character limit as much as you can, but keep it readable. One very, very important part, at the end, you should have your call to action, your website, your email ID, if you're comfortable putting your phone number, that also, so that if somebody reads it, he or she knows how to get in touch. Okay. Now you'll say, Sampark, who reads so much? Now, if he's a potential recruiter, or if he's a potential business partner, or if he's a potential client, he will read it because he wants to check your authenticity and credibility. Somebody who just comes onto your profile may or may not check it, but somebody who's genuinely your target audience will read it. So please keep it detailed. Okay, now let's look at an example of how it is. Look at this gentleman. He's broken it up into multiple paragraphs. He's used bullet points. So he's written his story at the top, having more than 28 years, etc., etc. What are his specialities? 1, 2, 3. What organizations is he a part of? 1, 2, 3, 4. And then right at the bottom, he's written, book a strategic call at this email ID or this website. It showcases his story. It showcases his skills. Let's look at another option. This person has again written about what he does. He's a writer. He writes for a magazine. What are the different kinds of genres that he's writing about, etc. So write a good about section. You will need to spend a good 30-40 minutes in writing this. It is very, very important. Right? Now, after the about section, so as you come down chronological order, the next part, again, a very ignored part, is the featured section. Put in your top 5 achievements here, your corporate videos, your awards you have won, any newspaper coverage that you have got, any photograph of achievement or an award, any where that you, any news, maybe news channel which has covered you, you can put that clipping there, etc. It showcases your credibility. It showcases to people that you are an achiever. Okay. So if you look at the screenshot on the right, it shows my LinkedIn spotlight list. So it shows that, yes, I am a genuine winner there. Then it shows cases my certificate of being a top 100 marketeers in the country. Again, when you see that, you know, okay, this guy is genuine and he's true to what he's doing. A couple of more examples. You can put your website there. So when you put your website, you get traffic there. The lady has given a speech at one of the very big events. So that YouTube link is there. The gentleman at the bottom has given an interview for a magazine. So that YouTube link is there, etc. So use the featured section very, very well. Okay. Below that, I will not cover every element. Otherwise, I'll only get stuck in the profile bit of it. But then please ensure that you fill up every element of your profile. So experiences should be very detailed. Education should be in detail. Take recommendations from your clients, take recommendations from other stakeholders, take recommendations from your bosses, take recommendations from your mentors. It is very, very important. Now, why are recommendations and skills important? Because other places from the top, you have been shouting, I am good, I am the best, I am awesome. The only place where somebody else comes and gives that third person validation is recommendations and skills. So please ensure that you have enough recommendations, you have enough skills. So if you are in the industry for 10 years, you should have at least 5-6 recommendations. If you're in the industry for 15 years, you should have at least 10 recommendations. Because a lot of people believe what somebody else says rather than what you say. Because everybody says that I'm the best. But when somebody else says that, yes, what he's saying is genuinely true, it gives a lot of authenticity, a lot of credibility. Right? So please ensure that you fill up all the elements that are there. Okay. Now coming to the next part. What is the success mantra of LinkedIn? Okay. Wherever you guys agree to this example, go to the chat box and type agree. It's a little longer example, but wherever you agree to it, type agree in the chat box. Okay. The only success mantra of LinkedIn. Okay. There are only 2 things which you need to pay attention to. Okay. You need to be consistent and you need to be patient. That's the only way you can succeed on this platform. There is no other rule. Okay. The example is at the starting of the year, everybody joins the gym. Okay. 80% drop off in 1 month, 90% drop off in 3 months. Only 5% survive for 6 months. But the 5% who survive for 6 months are the ones who get an awesome physique. Same thing with LinkedIn. You are so many of you who are here tomorrow, maybe pumped up by this session, all of you will go on to LinkedIn. But if you drop off within 1 month or 2 months, you will not get results out of LinkedIn. You need to stay here for a longer period of time. You need to be consistent on this platform, right? One. The second example, okay? When you go to the gym trainer says, sir, don't come every day, it is okay. Come once in 2 days, come once in 3 days, but come for 6 months. Same thing with LinkedIn. I know a lot of you will be busy, you have your businesses to handle, you have your jobs to handle. It is okay if you are not able to come every day. I would love you to come every day, but even if you come once in 2 days, you post content once in 3 days, but come for 6 months. Be consistent for a longer period of time. Okay. The third example, when you go to the gym, you in the first 1 month, you don't see your muscles. The second month, you don't see muscles. Only after the third and fourth month, you start seeing the bulge coming up. You see your muscles tightening. You start feeling good about yourself. Same thing with LinkedIn. First month, you will not find results. First month, you will not find clients. Only when you survive for 3-4 months do you start generating leads, do you start getting results out of this platform. You need to be patient. It is a game of patience. And the fourth and the final example, with as compared to the gym, when you go to the gym, and if you agree, type agree in the chat box. I'll be looking at that. When you go to the gym for the first time, now your shoulder aches, your arm aches, you don't like it, you don't enjoy it. Same thing with LinkedIn. Tomorrow, when you go to LinkedIn for the first time, now a lot of you will say, "Arey, what do I write? My English is not good. What will people think?" दुनिया का सबसे बड़ा रोग है क्या कहेंगे लोग. ठीक है, तो stop thinking, start acting. Opportunity dances with those already on the dance floor. So till the time you are there, you will not get results. IPL का टाइम चल रहा है, अगर IPL की बाउंड्री के बाहर खड़ा होकर if we give ज्ञान, runs will not get scored. The runs need to get scored while you are on the pitch. So you have to be on LinkedIn to get results. And you will have to post content. I'm really sorry, but there is no other option there. Okay, we will talk about what content you can put up. Okay, so the 2 mantras of success on LinkedIn. If you don't understand anything else from the session, understand these 2 things. It's about being consistent and being patient. Okay, guys, whatever questions you have, put it in the Q&A box. We will pick it up at the end. Okay, now the 2 ways of attracting traffic. One is a push strategy, okay, where you reach out to people. Okay, what are the things that you can do? Connect with prospective clients. Okay, so if your target audience is procurement managers of organizations, add all the procurement managers that you know. Do not sell directly, engage. If you start selling directly, you connect and you say, this is my product, buy, nobody will buy. You need to start building relationship. You need to start befriending people. You need to start posting content so that people start recognizing you. So if your name is Aditya, people recognize, acha, there is somebody by the name of Aditya who's into marketing. There is somebody by the name of Ajay who's into this industry. So slowly, steadily, you'll have to build those relationships. Do not directly sell. Okay, join relevant groups. So whoever your target audience is, also connect with your competitors. So you know what your competitor is doing. So if you are into manufacturing of books, add all the other manufacturers also, so that you know what the person is doing. What other strategy are they doing? So you study competition also there. Also add people who are senior or doing much better in your business than you are, so that you learn from them. You understand the tips and tricks that they are putting up. It's very, very important. Join relevant groups. Groups do not work too much, but join them. You never know if you will hit a jackpot there. Okay, and if you feel that you would want to buy a premium account, that's not compulsory, but there is a sales navigator option as well, where you can go and you can generate leads also. And now, how does that? It helps you in filtering. I'll talk about it later. Now, how do you find relevant people? Go to the search bar at the top, type in the keywords, type in the location, start connecting with people. There is a limit of 30,000 connections. Okay, I am not saying fill up all the connections. What I'm saying is fill up all the relevant people. Shouting that I have 15,000 connections, 20,000 connections does not matter. How many of those connections do you know? How many of those connections do know you? That's how it works. It's a longer term game. There is no shortcut to success on LinkedIn. There are a lot of people who will tell you, use this tool, use this bot, use this automation. That is not how you become successful on LinkedIn. Personal branding is a longer term game. Shortcuts are short term. Personal branding is long term. Okay, so find relevant people, add as many of those people, start interacting with those people. It is very, very important, right? Then when you're connecting with people, one very important thing that you need to pay attention to is personalizing the invite. When you personalize the invite, look at the screenshot on the right. The person who's personalized the invite is taking up 3 times more space than somebody else. Do you think I can ignore? No. Now, there are hundreds of you here. After this session, if any of you sends me a message or an invite on LinkedIn, I don't know you've come from the Yes Bank webinar. But if you send a message saying, Sampark, I attended your webinar, I know where it is, and I will sure shot accept it. That's how it works. So if there is somebody senior, sir, I loved your content, sir, we realize that we are from the same industry, would love to connect and learn more from you. Build a network, write a message. It showcases to the person in the other end that you're not there to sell to him. You want to build a relationship. Customize every invite, and it showcases that you've taken an effort to write. Otherwise, a lot of people just search and go connect. That is not what relationships are built with. Relationships are built with effort. So you need to write a message, dear sir, or dear whatever the name is, I read your post about COVID-19, loved your thoughts on it, would love to connect and learn more from you. Dear sir, I realize we are from the same industry, would love to catch up sometime and exchange notes. So send that personalized invite, you will 100% get a lot more acceptance of your requests. And that's something that I have realized with over 10,000 trainings that I have done till now. So go and try that, right? Next, LinkedIn Sales Navigator. Okay, you will ask, Sampark, is premium something that you should take up or you should not take up? I will not give you a verdict because that depends on what kind of product you are selling. Okay, this is a paid version. It starts, so Sales Navigator starts at close to 4,000, while premium starts at 2,000 also, but specifically for sales, it starts at around 4,000 to 5,000. So the way you have to use it is take the free trial for 30 days and then decide if this is good for your business or not. For a lot of businesses, if your product is not very, very expensive, the ROI does not come in. If there is somebody whose product is a B2B product, 70, 80,000 rupees ka product, even if he sells one piece in the whole year, for him, the ROI comes. So I will not give you a verdict, should you or should you not. You should go use the free trial for 30 days and take a call for yourself. Okay, what do you get in Sales Navigator? You get a lot of filtration options. So you can filter profiles as per industry, location, size of the company, what seniority of kind of people you're trying to reach to, what function, what title, and then do it. Now, some of you will come back and say, Sampark, I'm in a B2C industry. Do I still need to be on LinkedIn? Okay, does not matter what industry you come from, you need to be on LinkedIn, because even if you're a B2C, you will still need suppliers, you will still need vendors, you will still need franchisees, you will still need branches, you will still need to attract employees. That is where it does not matter. So I've had clients who are into the hair accessories. I've had clients who've been into fashion, because they use LinkedIn to get designers, they help LinkedIn to get importers or exporters from international people who can send them products. So you can use LinkedIn for a lot of those kind of supply chain, etc., and generating that pipeline for yourself as business owners as well. Okay, so that is how you reach out to people. Okay, now coming down to pull strategy. How do you create content on LinkedIn? Okay, now creating content becomes very, very important, because then you need to start attracting people to yourself as well. Okay, now what is in this? You need to produce great content. Okay, you can create a company page, and you need to start engaging with other people. So if there is somebody who's your prospective client, you need to start commenting on their posts. You need to start showing your knowledge in their comment section as well. I've had loads of business which has originated from the comment box. You see my brand, which is Sampark Se Sampark. I did not even create the name. That name was suggested by somebody in the comments of one of my posts. There have been loads of people that I've been able to build network. I've had the chance to interact with the top CEOs of the organization, of the country. top marketing professionals of the country, all originating from the comments box. So start commenting on other people's profiles and posts. Very, very important. Okay. How do you produce content? Okay. One, be consistent. We spoke about it. Second, pick up your niche. Whatever industry you are in, you need to start posting about it. So if you're a marketing person, you start talking about marketing, campaigns, examples. What happens is people start resonating your name with marketing. If you are into marine engineering, you start talking about marine products, ships, etc., so that people start relating you with that industry. What works, what does not work? Stories work. So if you're giving case studies, if you're giving examples, if you're talking about one particular client, etc., that works. Story format works. Okay. Another, a cause of caution. Look at the image on the right. It says think, write, edit, polish. Okay. It does not say think, polish, edit, write. Because if you do that, you will get stuck between polish and edit. Don't wait for the perfect post. If you're 50% convinced, put it out. A lot of people keep thinking, "Arey, this is not good enough. Arey, what will people think? I will make a fool out of myself." Stop thinking. Start posting. I don't consider myself a good writer. I post it out there. People like it. So you are always your biggest critic. So stop thinking. Because if you keep thinking, what will happen, you will never get results. Right? Create a hashtag, put hashtags there, etc. Let's talk about a few tips that I have. One, realize sharing of content does not work. LinkedIn wants you to produce content of your own. So if you're sharing somebody else's content, you will not get traction. Plus, you will not build your personal brand because you're sharing somebody else's thought. Where is your originality? So sharing of content does not work. Okay, so you'll have to write it on your own. Second, do not put your website, your link, etc. in the post. LinkedIn will not push that post. What happens is that if you're putting an external link, LinkedIn realizes you are sending traffic out of LinkedIn, so that post does not pick up traction. So avoid the links in the post. If you want to put links, put it in the comment box after posting it. Otherwise, your post will not get traction. Okay. Put hashtags. Do a proper hashtag analysis. Unlike Instagram, where you put 25, 30 hashtags, LinkedIn is about not more than 5 or 6 hashtags. So search. Now look at the image on the right. Internship singular has 245,000 followers. Internships have only 50,000. So which of the two should you put? You should put internship. Job has 7 lakh. Jobs has 25 lakh. So automatically you should put the bigger hashtag with the more following. That is how you get that traction. At the end of every post, that should come. Okay. Also realize your first 1 hour of your post is very, very important. So if you have 1,000 followers, LinkedIn does not show your post to 1,000 directly. LinkedIn will show it only to 100. Basis how the 100 people react, LinkedIn will decide if it wants to show it to more or not. So the first 1 hour of your post becomes very, very important. Since your first 1 hour of your post becomes important, what time of the day do you post also becomes important. Okay. If you post at 12 in the night, everybody is sleeping. So your first 1 hour, you will not get traction. LinkedIn will start slowing the post down. By the time people wake at 8 in the morning, your post is dead. So when should you post? You should post on a thumb rule, 9 to 11 in the morning on a weekday, 5 to 6 in the evening on a weekday. Saturday, Sunday, LinkedIn is very slow because it's a professional platform. It is serious platform. It's heavy on the brain. Instagram peaks at 8 or 9 in the evening because Instagram people go to relax. Instagram people go to relax. Acha, what is the new song which is out? What does Kareena Kapoor worn at the airport? That is what people go to Instagram for. For heavy stuff, for heavy on the mind, people come to LinkedIn. Hence, Sunday, if you see, people do not come to LinkedIn. So weekdays, 9 to 11 in the morning, 5 to 6 in the evening. Okay. Next, tag people, write at the rate and start tagging your friends also so that they start commenting on your posts. Since if they comment, the engagement increases, your post does well. So you should, along with hashtags, also tag the relevant people in the post. It gives you that initial nudge to get those traction that is there. So these are small tips that you can use to push your content traction. The more content that you put up, the more visibility you get. So ideally start with 2 posts a week, but then slowly increase it to 5 posts a week. So the basic thumb rule that I follow is 1 post a day, 5 comments a day, 10 likes a day. It's very, very important that you stay active. Consistency and patience, we spoke about it, right? So let's look at a few examples of good posts. Look at this post here, 21,000 likes. Story element, talking in a story, small paragraphs broken up. Don't write bulky paragraphs. English is intimidating. People get scared seeing bulky paragraphs. So break up the paragraphs, use bullet points, leave space. Another post, this is my highest viewed post, 17,000 likes, 12 lakh views, 1.2 million views here. Story element, small paragraphs. The moment you put story, the moment you put emotion, the thing works. You realize 1.2 million views on this post. That's it. That's the number that this post reached. Over 500 comments. What do you avoid in a post? Don't write bulky paragraphs. Don't copy other people's posts, because generally if you copy posts, you copy from posts of people who are more popular, you get caught. That does not look good. Okay, don't try selling in every post. If you keep selling, people will not buy. But if you keep talking about your industry, people know who you are. So maybe 5 months later, if he requires your business service, 8 months later he needs your service, he knows whom to reach out to. So 1 in 10 posts you are selling, it is okay, but you cannot be selling in every post. And don't fill emojis and hashtags through the post. It does not look good, right? So that's your content bit of it. Okay. Second last section, do's and don'ts of LinkedIn. Okay. We spoke about it. Personalize your invite. Second, reply to all messages. Even if you have to say no to someone, reply. It starts a conversation. Reply to comments. It starts a conversation. Do not directly sell to someone. So tell someone, if your client is a corporate, sir, I would love to work with your organizations. Can you guide me to the right person? Can you let me know what is the process of the same? Can you direct me to how I can go about it? Can you help me? So use words like guidance, refer, help, assist, suggest, direct. Use words like that rather than saying, this is my product, give me a meeting. That does not work. Okay, another trick. Every morning at around 7:30, LinkedIn sends you a message saying, whose birthday is it in your network? Start wishing people. Trust me, there are at least 5 of my clients who have come back and said, Sampark, I wish somebody a birthday. It started a conversation. I ended up selling to them. That's how you get an icebreaker. Now coming to a very, very, very important part. Okay. Respect others' opinion. Agree to disagree. Stay positive, stay warm, stay cordial. Do not get into fights. A lot of people get swayed by the whole social media ka thing na, likes zyada aane chahiye, views zyada aane chahiye, comments zyada aane chahiye. People start posting content which picks up traction. People start putting negative posts. People start putting sarcastic posts. Hota kya hai, all these negative and sarcastic posts get a lot of traction. You will get 1,000 likes, you will get 100 comments. But remember one thing, the people engaging on those posts, they are not your potential recruiters. They are not your potential target audience. They are not your potential clients. They are not somebody that you want to network with. What will happen in, see, your right target audience will come, see that post and say, this guy is immature, I don't want to work with him. Remember, it is social media at the end of the day. Every like, every comment of yours is visible. Whatever you post, you have an image to create. You have an image to, your personal brand is visible. So please put only things that you feel that if somebody else reads, you will not be in trouble. Also remember, there will be a lot of people who will come back and write rubbish on your posts as well. But be very careful. Don't get upset with criticism. If somebody gives you constructive feedback, accept it. If somebody gives you provocative feedback, they want to get into an argument, do not get into arguments. Avoid it. It's very, very, very important. Okay. And the biggest don't get active here when you are in trouble. Plan for plan B when plan A is working, not when plan A fails. Because if plan A fails and then you start looking for plan B, you are in deep trouble. I have been active on the platform for 4 years. For 3.5 years, the only thing I did was connect, connect, connect. When I started my own business, immediately in day one, I was able to start getting revenue out of it because I had built my plan B. I had built that network behind me. I had built that network that when I fell, I had people behind me. That's how it works. And I'll give you the power of networking. Okay. A year back, I met somebody from LinkedIn over a cup of coffee. I got introduced to somebody else. That somebody else, I did a session from them. For that somebody, I got connected to someone in Dubai. I did 3 webinars out of Dubai. Out of that Dubai session, I got consultancies out of Singapore. I got consultancies out of Spain, Australia, USA, Canada, etc. Originating out of that one coffee over a year back, I have generated over 3 lakh rupees of business internationally from that one business. That is the power of networking. If you're a job seeker, I'll give you an example. There are people on LinkedIn who have got jobs even without interviews. When he asked the person, sir, you're giving me the offer letter, what about the interview? The person said, I have seen your post for 365 days. I understand your mindset. In a 15-minute interview, you can fake, but 365 days, you cannot fake. Without an interview, he got the job. I have had people who have written to me at 10 in the evening, 10 in the morning, they have had an offer letter in hand. There are people who have written on a Monday, given an interview on a Tuesday, got the offer letter on Wednesday, got joined on Thursday. That's how fast LinkedIn can be. But the only success mantra is patience and consistency. Everybody else who does not do this will come back and say, Arey, this does not work. Arey, it is all fake. No, it is not. I am living proof of it. Whatever in my job of 10 years, how much ever I was able to earn out of LinkedIn, in 10 months, I'm able to earn that more than that in 10 months because of my consistency in the platform. Okay. Last part. A lot of you are business owners. I will just briefly touch on company pages because that's a question that I'm sure a lot of you will ask. Realize company pages do not give you traction on LinkedIn. But that does not mean that you do not create a company page. You need to create a company page to add authenticity, to create credibility. 90% of your traffic will come from your personal page. So your personal page needs to be strong. Somebody who comes to your personal page should have an access to your company page to see if you are genuine and true. That's the only reason your company page works. The benefit of company pages is that if you need to attract or get jobs, post jobs on LinkedIn, you need a company page. If you want to create a company culture, you want to do employer branding, then you need a company page as well. Okay. You get advanced analytics on LinkedIn. Okay. So how many clicks have been there? What's the engagement rate? How many impressions? How many reactions? All these analytics you do not get in your personal profile. That's the one difference that is there. Plus, you get a lot of analytics for the page overall. How many visitors have you got? How many views have you got? Different time zones, etc. Plus, for your total posts, how many posts, what impressions of your post has happened, how many clicks has your post generated, etc. So company page, while it has a lot of advanced analytics, it does not give you too much traction. Okay. Plus, it gives you a comparison with all other similar companies in your genre, so you realize how active is your competition, how active are you, so you get an idea of how that works and how that does not work, right? That's company pages for you. Okay. I will sign off with only one thing. Remember, LinkedIn is an investment. It takes time to give you returns. Okay. So go ahead, become a LinkedIn champion. Few things that I will want you to do after the session. One, start making those changes. Okay. Second, please start writing. Third, Nijansh will put up a feedback form in the chat box. Please fill up the feedback form. And fourth, I want everybody to start your writing journey today. Take a photograph of your screen, put that post up, tag me, tag Yes Bank out there, so that you realize the power of posting. So I'm giving you the first idea to do a post. Take a screenshot of the screen, post it up there, tag me, tag Yes Bank, and you will see that kind of traction that you get. Okay. Uh, if anybody wants to get in touch, that's my email ID. Post your questions in the Q&A box, and uh, we can jump on with the Q&A bit of it. Nijansh, you want to start with the questions?
Yeah, thank you, Sampak. That was very comprehensive and covered all aspects of it. I'll quickly jump into the questions.
Yeah.
Uh, Asha Sampak asked, should content be in the form of posts or articles?
Okay. Posts get more visibility and traction. Articles do not get too much visibility. Okay, but if you're writing something very, very technical, something, because posts have a limit of 1300 characters, content article does not. So if you want visibility on your profile, you need to stick to post. Once in a while you write an article, it is absolutely okay.
Vinod Sekhar asks, what are your inputs on paid in-mail LinkedIn feature? Is it does it play a decent role for getting opportunities?
See, as I when I talk about Sales Navigator, you need to take the 30-day trial and then decide for yourself, do you get the ROI or not? Okay, a lot of people do not get that ROI because it is very expensive. The premium version starts at 1500 rupees and goes up to 6000 rupees. Not everybody can use it. If I give you my example, I took premium now 1 month back because I am teaching LinkedIn now. Otherwise, for me or my organization, it did not give uh, too much ROI.
Okay.
Yeah.
Paresh asks, please shed some light on LinkedIn stories.
Okay. So Paresh, a lot of people would have used Insta stories and Facebook stories, etc. LinkedIn stories is fairly similar. The only difference is that it stays for 24 hours, after which it disappears. So you can use LinkedIn stories to update on maybe some event that is coming up, etc. So while I'm live with all of you, my stories does say that I am starting a webinar with Yes Bank right now. So that is what you can use it. You can use it for those small bulges, but it is still very, very new. It's only been 3 weeks for LinkedIn stories. So I'm sure the product will evolve as we go along.
Pankaj Kankar asks, what about using slideshows and videos as content on LinkedIn?
Okay. So LinkedIn is one platform which has all the features of content. So if you're good in videos, absolutely you should go and do. If you're good in making PDFs, you can absolutely do that. So whatever you're good at. So if you're good in writing, you use post. If you're good in making images, you can use images. If you're good in making slides, you can use that. If you're good in longer content, you can use articles. So all of them work. The only thing with videos is that videos, somebody needs to click on the play button to be able to consume your content. So at times the number of views are comparatively lesser. That's the only thing there.
Tarun Nanda asked, how should the public visibility settings be? Should they be open, restricted, or what are your views?
Absolutely, it should be open. जो दिखता है वो बिकता है. If you keep it restricted, how will you network? You are there to create a personal brand. If I am a brand, people should know who Sampark is. The only thing I will take to my death knell is the name Sampark. How I promote that name is what works. So always keep it open. The more people who see you, the better it is. The more opportunities you will get. I get at least 10 to 20,000 worth of leads every week because I have created that openness, and I do a lot of posts. Reading my post, I attract traffic to my profile. Then my profile is very, very strong so that I start getting leads. That's how it works.
Kedar asks, how do you find which tags have more followers or more effective hashtags?
So if you do a Google search, the most you will find is Instagram. So don't do a Google search. Go to the search bar at the top, write hashtag and the keyword. You will have to do a manual search of maybe 30, 40 related keywords of your industry. It's a one-time thing that you need to do. So spend 15, 20 minutes, do a manual search of 30, 40 of your keywords. You will know what works and which has more following and which does not.
Sneha Batija asks, what is an appropriate cover photo for someone who doesn't have experience, like a
So
student?
if you don't have work experience, you would want to create, you want to enter a particular industry. So if you want to go into digital marketing, you make a collage or a word cloud of digital marketing keywords. If you are wanting to create whatever industry, so if you're a commerce graduate and you're going to accounts, so you can make a uh, collage of the keywords of accounts. Or if you won an award, you are good at sports, you can make a collage of your photographs also. So something on those lines is something that you can make. Go to canva.com, you will get a lot of templates. You can use any of those templates also.
Ruben Ghosh wants some clarity that is personal branding more important than company branding for LinkedIn? And like you use LinkedIn to build yourself as a brand and leave the company brand to other platforms.
See, if you are a business owner, that overlap slightly will be there. Okay, but as I said, the company page on LinkedIn does not get too much traction. So if you build your own brand, आप अगर खुद ब्रांड बन गए तो आपकी कंपनी को भी बिजनेस मिलेगा. If you're a corporate professional, then you are always an individual. Today you have a job, today tomorrow you might not. God forbid if that happens. So if you're a corporate professional, then your whole focus should be on your individuality. If you're a business owner, yes, the overlap is there, but on LinkedIn, the major traction comes from your personal profile. Company profile should be there, should be active to be able to give you that traction.
So Govind Narayan Purohit asks, can I promote my YouTube channel on LinkedIn or should I post directly on LinkedIn?
See, ideally, as I said, you can't put the link, it does not get too much traction. But if you're a YouTuber and you want that traction on YouTube, then you can put your YouTube link in your featured section also, so that if anybody comes to your profile, he sees your YouTube channel in the featured section, you attract traffic there. Yes, ideally you should upload in the video here, but since you want to push traffic, if you want to push traffic on YouTube, then put the link. If you don't, it does not make a difference, then you directly upload the video here. Guys, Nijansh has also put the feedback form in the chat box, so please do fill that up as well. Yeah, sorry, Nijansh. Yeah.
Thank you. An anonymous attendee asks, is it advisable for a person to have multiple profiles separate for business or professional?
No, unlike Instagram people have lots of profiles. LinkedIn does not work that way. It is your individual profile. आपका नाम एक ही है, आपके नाम से आप एक ही हो, तो आपकी एक ही प्रोफाइल होनी चाहिए. हाँ, if you're handling multiple businesses at the back end, then company pages can be separate. But you are an individual, you should have only one profile on LinkedIn.
Yeah.
Guys, put your questions in the Q&A box and not the chat box, because we might just miss it in the chat box as well.
So Pratap Sone wants to know, can you tell something about the imposter syndrome and how to overcome that on LinkedIn?
When you say imposter syndrome, you fear that the profile might be fake. Is that am I correct in understanding that? See, don't get scared. Yes, if you are not active but if you're active now, you start meeting the right set of people. You start posting good content. You do not. It's not as scary as it seems. I have met awesome people, guys. I have so many today. By every rupee of my business runs on LinkedIn. It's you will find great people. Yes, there might be that one odd person but the moment you interact with the person, you realize who's fake and who's not. So you will realize it. Don't get so confused on that.
So a lot of people are asking, should we hire a digital marketing agency or should we start ourselves?
See, digital marketing, a lot of agencies in the market have a lot more focus on Instagram and Facebook. Please realize that same content posted here does not work. Ideally, I will want you to start doing it yourself. Once you know it, then maybe you can look at a lot of professionals who do it as well.
Okay, so I'll take one last question since we are out of time. So can you just tell us about what are the additional benefits when using LinkedIn Premium?
See, so when you're using LinkedIn Premium, one, you get to view everybody who's seen your profile. In the basic version, you get the last 5 views. A lot of people are not very active, so they don't get more than 5 views a day anyways. Okay, so that's something that can be negated at this stage. Point one. Second is, you get in-mail options to write to people whom you're not connected to. The small hack to that is, you can use the personalized invite that I spoke about. Okay, the third thing is, you get an access to LinkedIn Learning, but LinkedIn Learning is very similar to a Upgrad or a Coursera, etc. So that again does not make too much difference. So premium, you get views, analytics, learning, emails, etc. If you look at it, all the other options can be bypassed on it. That's why I say try the 30-day trial and you decide for yourself, is it worth the money or not.
Okay. Since we are out of time, we'll do questions now. Vinny, would you like to take over? Thank you.
Sure. So thank you so much, Sampak, and it was a great session. And I can see that the questions are still pouring in. In fact, if I just go through some of them, I see people asked you if you want to conduct some workshops. So I think this is also a place where, I just said that some people are asking that can you conduct more sessions and workshops for their students or for others as well. So I think
if anybody wants that help, they can. If anybody wants help, they can reach out. I'll be very, very happy to help anybody who needs any support there. So yeah.
Sure. Thank you, Sampak, and thank you so much to all the participants for such an active participation and for spending your time with us today. We will be recording, we have recorded this session and we will be sharing this session across through emails from Speakin itself after the session. And so I think this answers a lot of questions which are there. Looking forward to see you all for our next webinar series. Before I had a quick question.
Yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
Okay. No, I was just saying that before we I myself had a question, given that I am looking at a lot of MSME customers today and I handle their marketing. I have seen people still very scared of how to go about promoting their products itself on LinkedIn. And does it really make sense, specifically for the B2B kind of customers whose services they can definitely promote on LinkedIn. So do you have any views on that? A very quick, like a 5-seconder.
See, Vinny, don't be apprehensive. I know people are very, very apprehensive. Shut that apprehension that you have. Go ahead, start posting about it. You will understand the platform very well. It's the only platform which has a lot of organic traction. And I've been working with a lot of clients across. So I'm working with people in the electrical vehicles in the industry, media industry, edtech industry. I spoke to you about, I have clients from the fashion and hair accessory industry as well. So irrespective of whatever industry you're in, go ahead, start posting. You will get a lot of traction there. That's where I said, people, that do one post today on about this, tag Yes Bank. You will realize the power of the posting that is there. So I've given you the first content idea. Talk about this session today. You'll get a lot of visibility on the views.
Great. Thank you so much, then Sampak, and thank you everyone. We'll sign off today, and looking forward to see you all soon.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you so much.